Okay, so now we're going to insert in the sound of a cell phone ringing. So what we're going to do, there's a whole bunch of ways you can get to Sound Dogs and get that cell phone ring. If you're on my webpage right here, you can go to Sound Dogs right here, like that. And that's this guy. Or maybe you might end up at the old Sound Dogs, which is this one here. And if it actually says, hey, it won't let you in, you just click on advanced and say, yeah, let me in. Sure, that's fine. Anyway, either way, when you get there, you want to download. And so we are looking for Cell Phone Ring Various. And you can do a search for Cell Phone Ring Various. It's the first one that you see up here. I'm going to hold down the control key and click on the ID number. Click on that and say save link as. And then what it does is it goes in and it's going to save this MP3 audio file. All right, so you know what? We need to actually give this a name, not Sound Dogs Preview. So we're going to call it Cell Phone Ring. And I need to put this into my Google Drive, ComTech, put it into the media folder, right? So weave your way into your media folder, video 1-3, media, right here. And this is going to save it on the hard drive. Really important step. So we hit save and it goes in there. Now, if by any chance you just clicked on it and you downloaded it or whatever, and you'll notice down here on the bottom corner it has the name cell phone, you can just say show in Finder right here. You click on this little hat thing right here and say show in Finder, and then it'll bring up a Finder window. And then you just drag that. See this cell phone ring right here? You drag that into your media folder. Now, we need to put this into our project. So we're going to go into our project right here. And I like to, actually, I don't like to try to like get in here and control click and try to pick import or whatever. It's kind of hard to get the right thing. What I do is I just drag and drop it. I've got my ring right here. I got the file. I drag it right here and I scroll on down as low as I can. It won't let me get it to the right, unfortunately. That's okay. And I let go. And if you have to wait just a little bit, and then boom, it's now part of it. Good. So there it is. Now you've got your sound right here. So if I double click on it, see the sound wave? And I've got a whole bunch of different sounds. Anyway, what I want is I actually want 2 rings. So I'm going to pick the very first one. That sounds too much like an old-fashioned telephone. I want a cell phone. I like that. That'll work for me. So I'm going to put my playhead right here at the very beginning. I'm going to hit the letter I for in. A ring, and that's 2 rings. Okay, I'm going to hit O for out. Now I need to put this playhead where he says, just before he says, oh, I better take this call. So, and he said, that's where you want. And he said, great. Okay, so we want now the cell phone ring to go right here. Okay, so now notice that because this is a sound file, I can't even pick the video only section. All I can pick is audio only. So I drag the audio only down here and let go. Good. So let's have a listen. I'm going to back this up a little. Ah, okay, so you'll notice that that second ring didn't really work, did it? So let me just quickly, and he said, okay, I need that ring to be a little earlier. So I'm going to grab this and I'm going to move it a little bit. See how it actually went a little too far right there? You see that? So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to turn snapping off. And I'm going to, and I'm going to pull this a little further there. So now what we've got is this. I'm going to back it up a bit. And actually, I'm not liking it the way it is right now. And so what I'm going to do, I want you to do this too. I want you to take your mouse and pull it, take it down till see how the cursor changes right here like that. The cursor changes. And I want you to click and drag, pull this down. So that way we can actually see a whole lot more of the sound wave. And you'll also notice this white line has appeared. That's our volume line. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. But right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move that over right here. And I want to find the last moment where we can have that cell phone ring. So up it comes. So right there, that is basically when that phone can cut off. So that way, with seeing the sound wave a little bit bigger, see, I can cut it off, but there's a little bit left right there. So have a listen.
Oh, I better take this call.
Okay, you know what? That's actually not too bad. I don't mind that. But you know, the problem is that because of the space in between here, it doesn't work for the first ring now.
The doctor to see this and he said, oh, I better.
So what we'll do is we're actually going to hit the razor blade. We're going to chop out this extra spot in between. So C for cut. I'm going to chop this here, and I'm going to chop it here, right here. And now I'm going to click on the part in the middle and delete it. Now I'm going to grab this and I'm going to pull it way over so that way the two rings are fairly close together. Let's have a listen.
He said, oh, I better take this call.
There we go. I like it. But maybe you might want the ring to dip down a little bit more. And so this is what I want you to do. We're going to hit the P for the pen tool, or you can select it here. And you can click here. These things are called keyframes. And I'm going to move this keyframe over to about here. And then I'm going to click a second keyframe. And I'm going to bring it down. And this is going to pull the volume down a little bit more. A little bit earlier. I'm going to drop it down there like this. So let's have a listen.
He said, oh, I better take this call.
There. So you might like that. You might want to do that. Especially if you don't need to chop up your cell phone ring and remove the amount. So these are keyframes. Keyframes are fabulous for changing volume and opacity, a whole bunch of things. See, I can have that volume dip down and then come back up. If I don't like that, then that's okay. I can click on whatever keyframe I want and hit delete. And then it disappears. See? So I click on that, hit delete, click on that, hit delete. The other thing you can do in order to change the volume is if you're in the move tool and it's just a solid line like this, you can actually grab the white line and pull it down or pull it all the way up. That makes it actually pretty darn loud, I'll tell you. That's a little too much. I'm going to pull that down actually to, I think probably -5. I don't want it to be too loud. Bump it up a little. There we go. Nice. All right, and that's how to put the sound, the phone call into the movie.